Alright, so it looks like we're just getting Lumia into the lobby, and then we're gonna start again. Oh shit. Jesus Christ, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. Doo-doo, doo-doo. I don't know if both players are ready. I think Lumia still needs his break. So if that's the case, oh, Lumia is actually ready to go. I guess he took his pee break really quick. So both players are ready to go. And our first map is going to be Neon Violet Square LE. This is going to be a very interesting TVT. I really hope someone goes mech. I want to see a mech game. Please show me a mech game. Someone show me a mech game. I need a mech game in my life. Alright. In the bottom right corner of the map, we have our Purple Terran player. He is from Team All In. We call him Lumia. Oh, we're calling for a pause. Uh-oh. Hotkeys. But what the fuck? What? Why, what the fuck? So we have a pause from Emin. He's having hotkey problems. His SEV is probably bound to Q for some reason, and we don't know why. So he's going to re-hotkey that to S, or either that he took off the stop key as a hotkey, which actually would be very smart. I need to do that, actually. Taking off the stop key on your SEVs is actually pretty smart. Not going to lie. Looks like he's ready to go.
Game resumed.
Right. And in the top left corner of the map, we have our Green Terran player from team. I don't know what team he's from, but he is Emin. Emin? Emin? I'm going to call him Emin. I think Emin is a good name. We'll call him Emin. He's Emin the Green Terran. Don't at me. So both players are getting the gas first with Barracks, pretty standard. Lumia going for a faster gas. Ooh, this is gonna be fun. Ooh, and Emmett going for this SEV scout. This is very, very interesting. No one has really gone for an SEV scout in these games. Both players are using their knowledge of TVT to help them out, but Emin being really safe, going for the SCV scout, sees the second early gas. He knows that Lumia has been mining for it for a good while, so he's like, oh shit, he's been getting that gas. I don't know how long he's had that gas, but he's been getting that gas, so I gotta catch up. Both players getting their factory down. And Lumia's getting the supply depot to block off any Reapers that might try to come in, which is very smart because this map has no areas for Reapers to jump up except for the main map. So having this blocked off very early allows for the Reaper to not be able to go into the main for another scout. Is very smart in Lumia's part. And then deciding not to go for that is probably going to try to go for... Oh, actually he's getting his supply depots up here, which is very strange. Both Reapers are in a fight. Emin probably had the first shot, so he has the advantage. Lumia's Reaper is at 3 HP, starting to get his health back, but the second Reaper is out, helping out for Lumia. Oh, miscontrol, goes into the mine, gets detonated, 5 damage. Not a big deal. Tech Lab coming from Emin. Tech Lab also coming from Lumia. However, Emin is got the fast Hellion, so he's gonna try to use the Hellion to help out his Reapers fight Lumia's Reapers, which is very, very key. Oh, and would the Reapers trade? Yes, the Reapers trade, so only a Hellion is left for Emin. Hellion is coming out for Lumia, but his Cyclone is going across the map for some odd reason. Cyclones versus Hellions. Cyclones win any day. Raven is coming out for Emin. Very interesting mix-up. And judging from the route it's going, it's probably a defensive Raven to counter Banshees, where Lumia is known for his cloak Banshees. Hashtag Lumi Banshee. He wants to get his Banshees out to try to do harassment. So this is kind of like counter builded. Emin is doing a counter build against Lumia, but it depends on how well Emin can control his units to catch the Banshee. So Lumia is getting his command center. Emin is getting his command center also at the natural, which is very standard, very safe. Both players are going into the more mid-game point of the match, where it's gonna most likely be Biotank versus Biotank because it's fucking TBT. Why do all our Terran players only play Bio? What the fuck? Emin with the Raven and 2 Vikings, so he's pretty safe against any kind of Banshees that decide to want to do some kind of shenanigans. That Banshee went down super easy. Once again, what the fuckity fuck. Alright, mate. I didn't see that. Chat didn't see that. Chat, you didn't see anything. If you saw something, hit me with that what face, because I'm trying to give this guy the benefit of the doubt. Emin's going for the air superiority, so more Vikings, less medevacs, which isn't too bad. Having air superiority in TVT is very good. Again, your tanks will shoot further and you'll have the vision of, you know, how many units your opponent has and what not. So both players are, it's pretty easy going, you know, we're just cruising along. Emin is actually going for a push right now, which is very interesting. He has no upgrades for his Marines. He's finally just gonna slap a tech lab onto his barracks, and so he's going out with a, what is this, 6 Marines, 4 Vikings, a Cyclone, and 2 tanks. I think what he wants to do is, because he wants to have the air superiority, he wants to abuse the fact that his siege tanks will see further than Lumia's siege tanks and be able to fight in. Or he can use the interface metrics, which he does right there, and he's gonna jump on his tanks. One of Lumia's tanks already goes down. The second tank is still doing his thing, but Lumia pushing in, or Emin's pushing in. Tank and Vikings versus siege tanks and Marines. Vikings are pretty good. 10 SCVs go down while we're at it. Siege tank is in siege for now, and Lumia has to evacuate his natural. 4 Marines and 1 siege tank. Not so good against the Vikings and the siege tank. However, Lumia does have he has enough units to just rush in if he felt like. But this command center is going to go down. It's going to this siege tank is cock blocking these Marines from pushing out, which allows Lumia to lose that tank, and Emin is just rocking Lumia right now. I mean, with the Viking superiority still, I feel like if he uses those Vikings for no apparent reason, which is pretty bad. He should have kept those Vikings and have them for vision for his siege tank. Emin is now super far ahead, getting stim, getting +1 attack, second engineering bay. Probably can throw down another command center, which he does right now. Okay, gonna go for the straight up onto the third, and Emin can just push out again, get a second push going, and do more damage if he wants to. All he has to do is wait for his medevacs, and then he'd be ready to go. Lumia is super behind, needs to remake his command center. He does have another command center at the pocket third, which is good. So they're both on the same number of command centers. However, Emin is ahead in economy technically with the amount he's been mining and whatnot. So both players. It seems like Lumia has stabilized a little bit. He's trying to catch up right now. Emin going for a double medevac drop. For what it looks like, I think he wants to head for the main, which is fine. Sending out Marines to every corners of the map for vision, which is very good. A lot of Terran players can learn from that. And Emin is ahead technically in units and supply. It's about, oh god, never mind, just kidding, 10 Marines. I had 10 Marines and 7 SCVs. He just needs to get his tank count going. If he gets his tank count up, then he'll be in a super good position. Dropping the main, tap burning, stim going, getting the E-bays, which is super important for Lumia. Can't afford to lose those, but gets out with a medevac full of Marines, which is fine. Getting that engineering bay was crucial. It denies Lumia his +1, and Emin is already at +1 attack. He's getting +2 attack and +1 armor. Lumia going for a 3 medevac drop. I think Emin did see that drop shoot, those drop shits moving out. He did do a scan. I think he caught just the end bit of the drop ships. Coming back with his drop, medevac gets picked off, which isn't too big of a problem. But it's just Marines versus Marines and a medevac at a choke. Emin's preparing himself for Lumia's drop that's about to come in. This Marine over here sees that drop coming easily, picking up engineering bays once again and deflecting Lumia's drop again as well. Emin is just getting really key buildings in this game, getting engineering bays twice, picking up Lumia's natural. It's actually really good on Emin's part, what kind of damage he's doing. Did pick up a few SCVs with that drop too, which is very good on Emin's part. Lumia doing a scan of the natural, see what kind of unit composition Emin's at. He should assume the bio tank. And so the main thing is what kind of upgrades is Emin on compared to Lumia. Emin tried to do a drop here, got denied, but it was a cute attempt. Is he gonna get this SCV? He got the SCV. Oh my god, Lumia, my dude, please clean this up. It's just 2 Marines. Lumia's trying to do whatever damage he can, but ooh, the medevac gets picked up. Isn't going too well for Lumia, and Emin is just deciding that he can push out. He knows that Lumia is trying to catch up, expand, and try to cut corners. Lumia doesn't have as many units as Emin. This command center was not cancelled. It was actually just straight up killed by those 2 Marines, hilariously. And Emin is just gonna roll over Lumia, it feels like, breaking down these rocks. And gonna set himself up pretty much in front of Lumia's natural ramp. Lumia does have the just kidding. The Viking count just went to shit, apparently. That was a bit of a misclick, I want to assume, from Lumia's part. And these Marines, okay. And he's setting himself up for some kind of damage. having these siege tanks over here, you could have kept them over here, kept shooting the starport if you wanted to, but he decides not to. Constantly scanning Lumia's natural just to see what kind of units there are, and decides to rush it, which is a pretty good move to be honest, but with that many tanks, I feel like it was a bit too risky. He's not even sieging up his tanks when he's up there, but he does have the Marine Cow, which helps out, and SCV is going down like bowling pins? Is that the right term? Lumia does clean this up, however, at the cost of 20 SCVs. Don't think it was worth it. Lumia getting his 4th base down quickly, getting +3 attack, +2 siege weapons or vehicle weapons, and another push is coming out. I think this is gonna pretty much kill off Lumia if Lumia doesn't get some kind of miracle coming in. He's getting a concussive shell, which is very odd. I feel like it's not necessary where he's just making Marines constantly. But you know, I'm not judging. And then denying this base as well. Is he gonna get a cancel or is he gonna get a kill? We'll see. He gets a cancel, but Emin has the Marine numbers, and Lumia calls GG. Emin takes game 1. Oh, that was very well done by Emin. He played very solid. He's just doing the right moves, pretty much. Reading Lumia's build, knowing the Banshees were coming, so he played more defensive, and then with denying the harassment from Lumia, he was able to push out and do damage as well. Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna be right back. 2 seconds. All right. Oh shit. Oh shit. Excuse me. Alright, so our next map is Abiogenesis, Lumia's pick. So I think we're gonna see some kind of cheeky play again. If not, or Lumia might be just throwing a curveball, and something else might be coming along. Just waiting on the players to be ready. Looks like both players are ready. Countdown starting. Let's go. Ugh. I knew today was going to be a long day. All right. In the top left corner of the map at the 11 o'clock position, we have our purple Terran player playing for Team All In. He is Lumia. And in the bottom right at the 5 o'clock position, we have our green Terran player. No team for all, as far as I can tell. Winner of game 1, he is Emin. Alrighty then. Seems like Emin is going for a actual supply depot scout, which is very, very quick. He is not taking any chances against Lumia in this match. And Lumia going for that super fast second gas, of course. Oh, Emin actually getting a very fast second gas too. Both players getting that really fast second gas is very interesting. Emin's making sure nothing crazy is happening. Lumia pulling SCV, trying to ward that SCV away, telling it to go fuck off pretty much. And yeah, Lumia does not want any of it. However, having this SCV here is making it a bit difficult for Lumia, so he had to change up his plan, getting the Reaper out first instead of just going straight to the reactor, which puts this build of his a bit behind. Ooh, Emin gets the SCV kill. What a fucking champ with 10 HP left. And Lumia, seeing that SCV leave his base, cancels the Reaper and goes straight for the reactor. Oh man, this build of Lumia's is going to be a bit behind because Emin's Reaper is coming out just now, and his second Reaper is already queued up. It's going to do a lot of damage to his SCV line if Lumia doesn't get any kind of units out, and it seems like he's not. Reaper's coming in, he's like, yo, what's up? Oh, that's cute, I can just jump up and I'm just gonna, you know, kite your SCVs all day. Interesting enough, Lumia does not go for the flying barracks style because, well, I mean, he has to fight the Reaper, and he knows the second Reaper is on the way, most likely. Reaper gets 1 kill, 2 kills, it's 2 SCVs down, 3 SCVs down. Emin is just fucking killing it in this game, but 2 Cyclones are about to pop out, 2 more on the way. These 2 Reapers are just doing work against these SCVs. 5 SCVs have been killed so far, and Lumia is deciding, alright, now it's time to go. I gotta push and do damage. A Cyclone across the map for Emin, running back home as best as he can. Bunkers going down. Also, I don't know if it's going to come out in time. I think this reactor was a bit of a mistake. Second command center for Emin is also down. He feels like he's a bit safe, but we'll see. 2 Cyclones and a Reapers coming in. If Lumia wants to do something, he's better go now, because once that siege tank comes out, it's going to be a lot harder for him to fight. The Viking goes down straight away. Cyclone goes down straight away. He's got to break the supply depot or something should get in. The siege tank's about to pop out. Siege tank pops out. It's not in seasonal. SCV gets pulled. Siege tank goes down. Bunker is hurt. Bunker breaks already. 2 Marines go down already. 5 SCVs. 7 SCVs, 8 SCVs. These SCVs are dropping like flies. And damn, that's a lot of SCVs, to be honest. More Cyclones being rallied for Lumia. And GG is called by Emin, and Lumia takes game 2. That was yeah, that's a game. See, Emin had the right idea. I liked what he was doing, but I think his downfall was he was being a bit too greedy with his game, getting that command center, getting the reactor for his barracks so he can get reacted Marines out. It was a little too greedy. I feel like instead of a Viking, maybe a Liberator would have worked better, but you know, what can you do? Oh, goodness gracious. These games. Well, it looks like our next map is gonna be Backwater. It's gonna be another macro game, perhaps, unless Lumia does something cheeky on there. We're just waiting for Emin to get the invite. he decided not to join, so I guess he forfeits. No, I'm just kidding, Kappa. I don't know what's happening. Blizzard bugs, rip. Well, while we're waiting, you guys should follow the CranKy Ducklings if you're not. We do weeklies, which are called the Sea Duckling Opens, and the Masters Swan Open that we are currently doing right now is a monthly. So you guys like these odd casts at odd hours of the day, then you should drop a follow, maybe even subscribe if you would like to help us with prize money, Kappa. If you want more information about these tournaments and other amateur tournaments that are going around in the StarCraft community, you can join our Discord where we post different amateur tournaments that are going on, where you can sign up, where you can join their Discord to get more information. You should also you should also follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/CrankyDucklings, because we tweet a lot. Mostly duck gifs, but they're cute. Both players are ready, so with that, we're going into Backwater LE. Oh, Jesus. I should check on the brackets. All right. In the bottom right corner of the map, in the green, we have our Terran player from the team, which I just got information on, is SC2 Improve. He is Emin. And in the top left corner of the map, we have our purple Terran player from the clan All In. His name is Lumia. I should also mention that we do have a podcast, or a pondcast, as our producer likes to call it. It is a bi-weekly podcast where we talk about different results of tournaments or tournament results that our clan, the CranKy clan, has gone through. And currently we are doing recordings, and we haven't done one live yet, but eventually we'll do one live, so please stay tuned for those. And to get more information, you can always join our Discord for that, perhaps. Emin with his SCP Scout doesn't see anything different. Just interesting, Lumia has not gotten the second gas yet. However, Emin did opt for a second quick gas, so a factory should be coming down soon, which there it is. And Lumia going for the faster command center. This is a little risky, if I have to say so myself, but if Lumia gets the right unit compensation, he can pretty much defend anything that gets thrown at his way. He just has to play a little more defensive, of course, but he can defend. Reaper for both players, second Reaper for both players, of course. Emin being smart and blocking off the Reaper jump point. Both Reapers just ran past each other to go to each other's main. Emin's gonna jump up the Reaper hop point and start harassing the SCV, making the factory, but the factory will be made. Lumia getting one SCV kill and fighting the Reaper, but I think Emin's Reaper got the first shot. Oh, and it goes down. Emin's Reaper's fighting Lumia's second Reaper, which I think will get away. Yeah, most likely will get away. Lumia's command set does finish. Should get his orbital soon. Cyclones coming out for Lumia. And Cyclone's already out for Emin with 2 Reapers, so he does have a bit of an advantage right there. He's also getting a Hellion and Tech Lab for his starport, so we'll see if it's either Banshees or Raven, and Raven is the choice of Tech. 2 Reapers fighting a Reaper and a Cyclone. It's actually even now because Lumia got the first shot and killed the Reaper straight up really quick. Now it comes to the micro fight, who can micro better. The grenade from Emin is good, and all he has to do is just sit back and wait a little bit. Reactor on the factory, which is very interesting. I don't think that was meant to be, but we'll see what happens. He's probably gonna lift it and move it somewhere else. Another scout for Emin with his Reaper sees the 2 barracks is coming, so he knows what kind of tech path Lumia is going for, which is bio tanks. Hashtag spoiler alert. Stim being starting to research for Lumia, and he did swap his starport with the factory, so double Viking and siege tank production being started, with the command center almost done for Emin. I think he's gonna do his push again that he did in game 1, where he had the Raven and 2 Vikings, and it was a good push, not gonna lie, but I think on this map it's gonna be a lot harder to do because both players have to go through 1 choke to fight at the natural. So it can be easier for Emin because there's only 1 pathway and he can pretty much guess where Lumia's tanks will be, but it's also harder because he has to pretty much fly in a bit further to get to the tanks, unless he goes for this tank over here, which is pretty easy targeting, to be honest. Having the 4 Vikings, or 2 Vikings and a Liberator, will give him the air superiority, and this is when Emin decides that it's time to push out with this his group of units. Lumia's almost having his 3rd, so he's being slightly greedy with this, and he's gonna completely miss these units coming in, which is gonna be a problem. Lumia does see this, and he sets up his tank. This tank is for sure 100% gonna get the interface matrix. Oh, not. Raven gets locked on, which isn't too bad. 2 siege tanks versus a Cyclone. Siege tanks win, spoiler alert. And Lumia is in a bad spot. He has no vision for his tanks, while Emin has the air superiority, and this is going to be a bit of a pickle for Lumia to be in. You should don't send your medevac out. It's a little risky. And Emin's just playing really solid. He's just setting up his tanks, leapfrogging forward, making Lumia push back, so he can pretty much camp wherever. He can pretty much camp Lumia's choke point. While all that, Emin is getting his 3rd, which is good on him. It's finished. All he has to do is make it into an orbital and get up all his productions. Lumia is going for the drop in the main. It's a pretty good distraction while he's being camped, whereas Emin doesn't really have any forces at home. He has a few Marines and this 1 tank. SCV is being attacking, and tank is being cleaned up. Lumia does have stim. He can push forward, which he does. Cleans up both tanks with his tanks and Marines, and Emin has to pack up and go home. 7 SCVs were killed during that drop, which isn't too bad. Killed a few SCVs, got scouting and killed off a tank. Killing off the tank was pretty good. It's reset the tank count for Emin, so Emin has to restart his tanks from 0, while Lumia has 3 tanks already, getting his 4th out pretty quick. Both players starting to saturate their thirds. Lumia saturating his natural, while Emin actually has been doing well making SCVs and his SCV reduction, so his economy is pretty good. Or up ahead by 3 SCVs, but it's still 3 SCVs for a good amount of time. Lumia deciding that now is a good time to push out, so he's starting to make his way over to Emin's base. Emin's Marine scouted it, so he should start preparing himself for the next push, getting some SCVs to repair his Vikings and Ravens. Lumia's kind of hesitating on his push, either that or he's just being distracted by other things. SCV out, want to be part of the fight, but not today. Lumia's checking for any kind of fortress, which he doesn't see. Viking counts. Lumia does have the Viking advantage, which is good on him, and puts him ahead. Marine count, however, goes to Emin, but the siege tank count is what is killing Emin right now. Lumia, all he has to do is keep reinforcing his push with Marines, and he should be set in camping Emin's natural now. Ooh, Emin pulling off all his SCVs, going for the push. However, Marines are coming back to help fight this. Marines from Emin are coming to try to fight. They kill off the Vikings, which is pretty good. Allows Emin to get some kind of air control if he can. But Lumia is in the base, in the natural, with Marines. Probably killing off this command center. 23 SCVs dying in that fight. And siege tanks just shooting away for free. All Lumia has to do is constantly keep reinforcing. I would say even move up the siege tanks a bit. And then trying to hold on to dear life, killing off whatever he can with his Marines and tanks, trying to set himself up. Emin's units are getting hit by siege tank fire for free, which is never good. And I think that's it. GG is called from Emin, and Lumia takes game 3. That was a solid play from Lumia. Getting out of the contain by sending that dropout was very good. Making Emin switch focus from the natural of Lumia's base to his main. And by doing so, Lumia was able to break out of his contain, take advantage of his 3 base economy, and push out and pretty much win the match. So then our finals is Lumia versus Vincis. That's a C, right? Vincis, you know, all that, whatever it is. Asking if there's gonna be a break, probably 2-minute and whatnot. So we're gonna take a bit of a break for I would say a couple minutes. It's a good time to get some water, go to the bathroom, go poop, go pee, whatever you need to do, take care of business, and maybe even hit that follow button for this Twitch channel. You know, if you like what you see, or even join us on Discord so you can get more information about these tournaments and other amateur tournaments that are possibly coming up. Maybe in those 2 minutes you can pull up Twitter, go to twitter.com//CranKy Ducklings, and give that a follow too. And if you follow this channel, then you might watch the podcast, the bi-weekly podcast that can happen in the future, possibly live. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, we'll be back in a minute. And seems like we're back. Looks like our lobby is filled. Players are ready to go. And our first map in our finals best of 5 is Blackpink LE. Countdown started. Let's rock out. All right. In the top right corner of the map, our purple Terran player playing for Team All In. He is Lumia. And the bottom left corner of the map, our red Protoss player. For what clan or team, I do not know, but his name is Vinxis. Vinxis. I'm gonna call him Vinxis. I don't even know. So, oh shit! What, son? My dude, we got a proxy 2 barracks going on against a Protoss, and Vinxis should know what's going on. He did scout. He saw no barracks at the front. He sees no SCVs being made, no orbitals coming around. He's gonna be like, what the shit? Steals the gas, doesn't give a fuck, but proxy 2 ranks? What the actual fuck is going on? Seems like Vinxis isn't so concerned not getting the Nexus expansion, but getting a pylon off front, probably for, I want to say, shield batteries, maybe? For something. What the fuckity fuck is that? Is this a proxy marauder, son? What is this? This is Australia meta right now. Kappa HD. But Vinxis is going for the Nexus. I think he thinks it's Marines. And so when he sees the tech lab, he's going to be like, oh shit, son, that's a surprise. He sees a Marauder. And he's like, now I think he's saying, oh shit, I made the wrong units. Adepts. Adepts aren't good against Marauders. I need Stalkers, son. Lumia dropping the bunker, trying to secure his place in this section of the natural, but Lumia deciding to just be like, fuck it, let's go up. SCVs coming up, and Marauders against Adepts. They're both not really good, to be honest. Marauders don't do bonus damage against Adepts. Adepts don't do bonus damage against Marauders. So it's like, what to do, you know what I'm saying? But Lumia is trying to build a bunker. He should have microed that Marauder bag, but what can you do? Bunker gets denied, which is pretty fine. And going for the pylon, which is the smart move to do, to be honest. However, there is a second pylon ready for this. This Chrononaut Oracle, will it come out? We have to see. And no, it gets denied. Marauders are good. kiting probes left and right. GG is called by Vinxes, and Lumia takes a quick game 1. Ouch. That is what I call a good clean proxy marauder. To be fair, Vinxes did play a bit greedy. He knew there was a proxy coming, just didn't know what. And so because of that, he kind of fell apart a bit. But we'll so see what the second map is going to be. It seems like Vinxes is debating. Apparently, I just got word that he's on the clan W rush, or workers are rushing. No idea what it is, but yeah. We just got word that next map is going to be Neon Violet. To be fair, Lumia can do the same build on Neon Violet. So I think this should keep that in mind, to be honest. But we shall see what happens. Perhaps Lumia will play a more standard opener or standard build, or maybe he'll do something cheeky, or even maybe Vinxes will do something cheeky. Who knows? Fuck, this map is crazy. We'll see what happens. Oh, looks like I'm playing against Kuro. Let's go, Kuro. You and me. Oh, feels bad, man. Just kidding, chat. You won't get to see that show match. Looks like both players are ready. We're gonna probably go into game 2 pretty soon. Countdown has started. I'm out of liquids to drink. My throat is gonna die. Doing it for the love of the game. And in the top left corner of the map, we have our red Protoss player in the clan or team. We workers are rush. He is Vinxes. And in the bottom right of the map are blue. Ooh, he's blue all of a sudden, whatever. But blue Terran player from the team all in. He is Lumia. Alrighty. It seems like both players are starting off standard-ish. Rax Gas for Lumia, Pylon Scout for Vinxes. He wants to make sure no kind of shenanigans is going on. Kind of bother that SCV a bit. Trying to bully it like in the Carbots animation. You guys know what I'm talking about. Episode 1, where that probe is like, yo, what's up, my dude? You building something? Nah, fuck you. Let me just tase you, bro. And the SCV's like, nah, don't tase me, bro. What the fuck? Sorry. The second gas coming out for Vinxes, which is not too early, but he did get his cyber before his nexus, so he's playing a little more defensive and safe. Ooh, what is this gem right here? Ooh, that's a pylon in Lumia's pocket third. This is interesting. I don't think Lumia knows anything about this. He does not. And oh my sweet tits baby Jesus, that is a proxy void array with 2 shield batteries. This is disgusting, and Lumia will not know about this until he comes up to scout. Then even if he can get up to scout, Reaper comes to start shooting the SCV, but this adept can shoot this Reaper in 3 shots. Oh, gets the probe, but Lumia not even going up to see what else is in the main. He only saw the one pylon and the gateway and a cyber. He's assuming that there's a second pylon somewhere else in there. Grabbing the NG bay for the turret in the main. He's thinking it's oracles, but surprise, it's gonna be a proxy void rays. Very, I don't know, one of the Korean Protoss players does this a lot. I know that. Hashtag Kata strats, because Kata does this too. And the 3 racks for Lumia for the defensive build against mass stalkers. But I don't think, nope, Lumia still doesn't see this until now, where the void ray's like, yo dude, what's up? I'm a void ray, I just beam your units with some void ray ASMR, which I'm not gonna do because I'm not steel mode. But the void ray is just blasting away. He's using his marauder to shoot down the shield battery, which, I mean, I don't think is gonna do much. A second missile turret's going down for Lumia. Lumia can't really do much. He should start just mining on his natural, to be honest. And maybe he can get more money from that. But a second void ray is out. This first void ray is just getting fed shields from the shield battery like a monster. Marines are going down. Marines are getting stuck behind each other because of the pathing. And with all that going on right now, Finks is getting his natural. The stim's not gonna finish. Rip stim. Can I get an F in chat for the stim? Prismatic alignment, beaming away all Lumia's units, which don't do much because none of them are armored. But 3 Voiders are out now against a group of Marines. This could be a good fight for Lumia if he had stim, but with losing stim like that, it's really hurting Lumia right now. Shield batteries, good unit. This range is ridiculous. GG's call. And Vinxis takes game 2. Goodness gracious, this is gonna be a cheese fest. I have oh my god, Lumia is going for a biogenesis. It's gonna be a cheese fest. It's gonna be a cheese fest. Something tells me Lumia's gonna go Cyclones on that map, but we'll see what happens. Oh dear Jesus. I wish you guys could see what's going on in the Ducklings chat during games. Terran Lord is arguing with Lumia about saying how Biogenesis is not a good map, and Lumia is arguing that it is a good map. It's a good map to get cheesed on, is what he wants to say. But goodness gracious, these games are going pretty quick. But I want someone to win already. It's 6 in the morning. I'm tired. So Biogenesis is our next map, 100% sure. And oh dear. I wonder what kind of cyclone shenanigans Lumia wants to pull off now. Excuse me. All right. Just waiting on players. Make sure they're ready to go. Looks like both players are ready. Start the countdown. I'll see you in the game. bottom right corner of the map, we have our Purple Terran player playing for Team All-In. He is Lumia. And the top left corner of the map in the red for Clan Workers R Rush, we have our red Protoss player, Vinxes. So, first game, we had Proxy Marauder. Second game, we had Proxy Void Rays with shield batteries. I wonder what we're going to get for the third game. Oh, Lumia's being safe. Oh, Lumia's getting that fast gas. Lumia's getting that fast gas. You know what that means, boys. He's going for that dirty, dirty Cyclone play. That's also dirty. So nasty. He nasty. A filthy Cyclone play. I feel like after these games, I need like a shower. I should just like go take a shower, not go to bed. Because these games are nasty. And Vinx is getting his Nexus before the Cyber. Ooh, this is going to be a bit tough. I'm pretty sure if Lumia kills this probe right now, he's going to cancel this Reaper and get a reactor right away. But it seems like that's not going to happen. So the Reaper's going to come out, kill the probe. Oh, is he going to lock the probe in? Is he going to lock the probe in? Are you going to lock the probe in? And he locks the probe in. Probe can't get out. And it's going to be a little bit more difficult for Vinxes, I believe. He does see it. And he sees everything. That's the thing. But he doesn't know what it is the problem. Pylon goes down just for an extra bit of scout. Sees what can happen. Doesn't really show anything, to be honest. But it's kind of cute. I wonder if he's gonna cancel. He does cancel, and it's a Widow Mine actually. Widow Mine is coming out first instead of anything else. So I wonder what kind of push Lumia is thinking of going for. Vinxes does have his adepts out, getting a Robo right after. So probably some kind of Warp Prism adept push, most likely. Lumia's Reaper's doing some work. One probe does go down, and he gets, oh nope, just kidding. That Reaper had 2 kills, which is pretty good. Ooh, double Cyclone again. I called it. We're doing this. Double Cyclone into Vision Barracks. Vinxes should see this. He should be thinking, what the fuck is that barracks doing? And here it is. This is what these barracks are doing. Sees 2 Cyclones saying, oh shit, what up? I need to leave. However, Vinxes is getting his Immortal. Immortals are so good against Cyclones. With 2 shield batteries behind it, Immortals will just crush this, in my opinion. And look at this. I thought Cyclones were good, but you know, shield batteries are better apparently. However, if Lumia does get a mass ton of Cyclones, there might be a chance for him to break this. Although Immortals do really good damage against Cyclones, with the amount of DPS a Cyclone can pull off, it can break through the Immortal shields and the barrier that they gain pretty easily. However, 2 Immortals is pretty dangerous, and yeah, the two Immortals are good against 4 Cyclones. The 2 Adepts try to be cute and push out, but we get denied by these 2 other Cyclones that are coming in. However, the Shade comes in, sees that there's no third. Lumia just getting his natural and cleaning up this adept. Ooh, getting the SCV, denying the natural even a bit furthermore, which is very nice. Vinxes has been mining from his natural very well. This is cute. Seriously, one marine. that was kind of cute. And I think Lumia has a third command center coming up also. So he knows he's slightly behind, so he wants to double expand to get a bit of money as fast as possible. And I think Lumia's gonna try to play some kind of mech. Some very cyclone heavy based mech. Which is I gotta say, it's very interesting. Cyclones are good, to be fair, but against Immortals, if Vinxis just pumps out Immortals, he can deny the Cyclones pretty easily. Lumia's barracks is going to burn down, so he should make another barracks or something. Okay, there goes his barracks. He needs to be able to make more production. So either having the barracks or going to repair the barracks or making the barracks is what he needed exactly. Lumia with 7 cyclones, but not doing much with the Vinx is seeing everything with his observer, so he doesn't have much of a worry in what's coming or what's going to happen. He does see the natural and he should be thinking, okay, Lumia is only on 2 bases, but there is this third here that's already in orbital and starting to build SCVs. Cyclone is locking onto Observer, picking mob, and Lumia is going bio, which is very interesting. I feel like being so heavily what's the word, invested in these cyclones, you should be doing something else, but bio is the choice for Lumia with a tech lab and probably another tech lab and a reactor. He'll probably go for maybe some bio cyclones, bio libs, or bio mines. Actually, he's going for bio mines. 2 banshees pushing out, signature Lumia build, hashtag Lumi Banshees coming out. They do have cloak, so they will do pretty good damage if there's no observer in Vinx's base. However, he does have a fair amount of stalkers and observer at the natural, so he can always move them around as needed. Getting archons for more splash damage, and Vinx's is already on high Templar tech. One of the banshees do go down, I want to say. Yep, one of the banshees did go down. And so Lumia is just in the main getting some probe kills. 2 probes, not too bad. But with the photon cannon coming up, this banshee should be denied any other probes kills. Anyways, SEBs being rallied to the natural Vinxes for some reason. I think that was a misrally, and that was unfortunate. Warp Prism being ready to prepare for any kind of dropship, Warp Prism, harassment, Orphans, Zealots, or Adepts. Most likely Zealots, I'm assuming. But yeah, Lumia is just going for bio mines. He is behind in economy, while Vinxis is happily on a 3 base economy. Lumia is on about 2.5-ish, and so he's lacking in minerals and gas currently. Vinx is deciding that with +1 he's able to push out, getting +2 almost done, probably chrono boosting it out as best as he can, going for the 3rd. However, that's a lot of cyclones and that's a lot of widow mines going off on the zealots. Not exactly what he wants, but doing pretty good damage. Cyclones getting killed off by the stalkers. Archons doing work on the Marines. Immortals just shooting things in front of them like they don't give a fuck right now. And Lumia just ran units, and GG is called. Vinxis takes game 2. Oh my sweet Jesus. Well, that was a interesting game. I don't know why Lumia decided that. I feel like Lumia for this build, if he gets worker scouted, it gets pushed back further and further based on how long the worker is still in his base, because he's trying to get the surprise factor in that build where they don't expect reactored cyclones coming in their way and they react poorly to it. But with the worker scout, I feel like it puts Lumia behind because he's trying to do things to juke out the worker. So he makes the Reaper instead of getting a faster reactor, and he makes a different unit out of the factory instead of, you know, lifting his factory and swapping the add-ons and whatnot. So it kind of puts his push a bit further behind. Looks like both our players are ready. Our next map is Acid Plant. And so we're countdown started. I'm gonna go in. In the bottom right corner of the map, we have our purple Terran player playing for a team all in. He is Lumia. And in the top left position of the map, our red Protoss player for the clan Workers R Rush, we have the red Vinxes. Alrighty. Vinxes with the fast pylon scout once again. Gonna make sure that Lumia isn't doing any kind of shenanigans. I think the pylon scout is like really helping him since game one, because game one was the proxy marauder, so he's making sure to do these pylon scouts to be even more safe and not wanting to die to something cheeky again. Will he do another gas steal is the question. I think he should, just to even fuck with Lumia even further, zapping his SCVs, trying to be cheeky and whatnot. I think this is going for the Nexus before the Cyber, which is pretty standard, honestly. And just making sure that Lumia isn't doing anything crazy. Lumia dropping his command center, so very standard. And Pinxus does spot the natural being taken, so he's like, alright, I'm just gonna piece it, I'm out. Probe leaves. However, as a Protoss, as a Terran player, whenever you don't kill that first probe, you should always think that something is wrong. And here we are, Vinxus with the probe over here, hiding it for the second scout. Lumia's trying to find it, but the probe comes to the natural, starts zapping the SCV, doesn't kill it, unfortunately, and I think the Reaper should come in and kill the probe off before the SCV. Yep, probe dies, and pylon. Kind of a bit wasted, but you know, what can you do? Adepts coming out, being shaded forward, trying to put on some pressure. Reaper just walks by the adept, no problem. Second adept should be coming out to defend against the Reaper very soon. The Reaper coming in, trying to get probe kills, maybe one probe kill. Nope, not even one probe kill. Feels bad, man. Adepts get an SCV kill, which is good. This Reaper has 1 HP, literally. And 2 Marines against Adept. isn't gonna do much. Get that wall up, which is pretty good. 3 Rex for Lumia. It's getting pretty standard, kind of a protection against Blink Stalker pushes that are fairly common on ladder these days, even with the Stalker nerf. And Finks is going with the Stargate. Oracle comes out. Will there be a second Oracle is the question. Doesn't seem like it. But Oracle Adept is pretty scary. Oracles can kill off Marines pretty well, and so can Adepts. So here comes the Pulsar Beam. Marines going down. 2 Marines, 3 Marines, 4 Marines, 5 Marines, 6 Marines? No, 6 Marines. But starting to get SEV kills. 6 Marines go down. 2 SEVs are dead. Pretty good damage from Vinxis. Getting that Marine count super low so that Lumi doesn't have a lot of fighting units to have against any kind of defense or any kind of pushes in the future. But keeping that Oracle alive allows Vinxis to get any kind of scouting information with revelations, or even even more SCV kills with the Pulsar Beam, to be honest. So both players just stabilizing, Lumia getting his macro going, Vinxis getting his third Nexus up and running. Charges on its way, more gateways are on their way. So this is going for the Phoenix build. I think this is going to be Phoenix charge lot. That's what it's looking like. And against a Terran player, Phoenix charge lot is pretty scary. As you know, Phoenixes will kill off Medivacs pretty easily, and the charge lots jumping on top of the Marines and Marauders or whatever will kill them pretty easily also. Lumia going for a bit of a push with no Medivacs, which is kind of scary. Picking off that Oracle, which isn't too bad, but warding off the Phoenix is a good thing. A scan at Finxis is natural, seeing what he has, and judging from what he saw, Lumia decides that attacking that position is a no-go. Robo and more gateways are coming down for Finxis. Templar Archive's already up, so he should get Archon productions pretty soon. Lumia getting his third base and trying to saturate his gases. It feels like Lumia has been really struggling on money for some reason, especially gas. Should have been getting these gases a lot sooner. His mineral income is alright, but it feels like he's still struggling with those free Marines being caught by these zealots. Force fields are going down, letting the Zealots hug the Marines even further. Archon in the back, Zealots up in front, doing a ton of damage to these Marines. I think all these Marines are like in the red and orange. Yeah, yellows, reds, and orange. They're really hurt from that Archon and Zealot combination. These Phoenixes should be flying around, trying to catch these Medivacs. If I was Phoenixes, I don't know what happened to the rest of the Phoenixes. I think they got reset for some reason. I think they ran over Marines and whatnot and died. But here we go. Phoenixes going for the Medivacs. One gets picked off, which isn't good. He needs like a large number of Phoenixes if he wants this to work out. So he should be spending money on Phoenixes and gateway units as much as he can. Army-wise, yeah, Vinx is ahead army-wise. He's ahead in supply, to be honest, and he's doing well. His army composition is pretty good, though, but he is focusing on getting his upgrades and more tech buildings so he can prepare for the mid-late game where his units are going to be indestructible pretty much. Lumia's out on the map with his medevac drops trying to do some kind of damage. A warp prism flying around. Gets spotted. Liberator decided, hey, I can kill that, so he goes after the warp prism. Thinks is trying breaking down these rocks for a more easier pathway to go through the middle of the map while taking his fourth base. Lumia's going in for a drop in the main with the 8 Marines, not too much, but a good decent number of Marines, and it forces Lynxes to run back home. Another drop is full of mines and Marines. Took out 3 probes, not too bad, but does get cleaned up by Phoenixes. Pylons being killed in the main, shutting down some production facilities. These Phoenixes need to be doing some work. They haven't been really doing anything, they've just been sitting there, just chilling. Gets the medevac. He will clean up this drop. But 5 probes did go down. There you go. Cleaning up that drop. Easy peasy. Wanting to go for the counterattack, but I don't know what forced him to not commit to it. Lumia picking up another set of medevacs full of Marines and mines with a Marauder. Trying to go out through to the main. With the pylon placements, I think Lu thinks this should spot this coming. Thinks is being kind of passive with his attack. The drop in the main coming in. Warpins of Zealots are coming in to defend against the drop, but Vinx is going for the third. He will clear it up and take it down. There it goes. 13 SCVs, 14 SCVs killed. The drop in the main being cleaned up as well. Lots of mines in the front, getting a few Phoenixes and Zealots, but I think Lynxes will have this in the game. Ooh, there's a storm on the SCVs as well. Storm again on the bio, killing off a good chunk of them. However, Lynxes' Zealots are pretty weak, and they can get kited pretty well. He does have a good amount of storms ready to be used, so you can fight the bio. And there's a good storm. That was disgusting. Getting on top of all the bio. One more storm will kill him off. And there it is. These Archons in the front just zapping away at the Marines. Zealot should be there fighting them all off. And Lumia just calls GG. Well played. Oh, that was slightly disgusting. And I think we have our winner. Our winner is Finxis. Oh my god. We have our winner for the first Master Swan Open is Finxis from Clan Workers R Rush. Well done, my friend. Well done. Kappa claps in chat and whatnot. But yeah. First 2 games were cheeses. Then the third game was just it was rough. And then our final game, a bit scrappy, but it was a pretty good match. Excuse me 1 second. But there you go, folks. This week's winner, or this monthly's winner, is Vinxis from Team Workers R Rush. very, very good games being played this week. Second place is Lumia from Team All In. And both players played really well, doing their best to get through their matches, meeting at the finals. Goodness gracious. That was a long game. That was a this was a long tournament, to be fair. So I think we'll be there's no winner's interview. Is that correct, Kuro? I assume so. So okay. So then in that case, if you guys in the chat like what you see and what you hear, you guys can give this channel a follow. And we do weeklies called the Duckling Open, where Diamond and Below players can join and play and make laughs and jokes and make fools of themselves, such as myself. Or you can join in the monthly, the Master Swan Open. This week's was the first monthly, and I think it went pretty well. It is a Masters and Below tournament. You guys can join and make fools of yourselves as well. If you want more information on the weeklies or the monthlies, you guys can join our Discord. The link is in the Nightbot, or you guys can scroll down and click the panel where it says join us on Discord. We have information about our weeklies, monthlies, and other amateur tournaments that occur throughout the weeks, such as JSL, Proxy Tempest, VSL, etc., things like that. You guys should also follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/CranKy Ducklings, where we post funny duck gifs and announcements about tournaments, such as our monthlies and weeklies and other amateur tournaments if possible. And you guys can follow me at twitch.tv/16th Squad Sanseki on Twitch. I play some StarCraft 2 ladder and some Witcher 3. That's the game, right? Yeah, Witcher 3. And you can follow me on Twitter also, twitter.com/16th Squad S, where I post fun StarCraft facts and other things. Yeah. Kuro, where can people find you? If you want to do your plugs. If not, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna go to bed.
Let's go to bed, Milk.
Alright.
Follow Milk at Milkncookies triple S or Milkncookies quadruple S.
Okay.
There you go. You're welcome.
Okay, have a good night, guys. We'll see you next week. And hopefully I'm not solo casting ever again. This was a bad idea. Have a good night.